Randy Sowers built his dairy farm over 3 decades into a thriving business. After kickstarting with a $100,000 loan, today the South Mountain Creamery has 1,000 cows and 70 employees delivering milk, ice cream and other products to homes in the Washington, D.C. area. But the Maryland farmer's operation suffered a big setback when the IRS swooped in to seize tens of thousands of hard-earned dollars from his account, claiming he violated an obscure banking law. Advertisement. And despite the federal agency all but admitting the law they used to seize the cash is flawed, and at least one member of Congress calling the move unconstitutional, Sowers is still fighting to get his money back. We work hard for what we get, and the government can just come in and take that. It's not what it's supposed to be, Sowers told Fox News. Sowers was targeted by the IRS under a controversial policy concerning the size of bank transactions. Banks are supposed to fill out extensive paperwork for every cash transaction over $10,000, but to intentionally keep transactions under that threshold can be a violation called structuring. Sowers, 61, found himself accused of this after becoming, it seems, a victim of his own success. As his company got bigger over the years and his employees went to more and more weekend farmers markets, they ended up with a lot of cash come Monday morning. This is where the taxman trouble started, as he says the bank sought limited deposit amounts. "We'd had our festival and we get a lot of extra money," Sowers explained. He said the bank teller told them they'd take their $12,000 in deposits, but they'd be better off if they kept it under $10,000, since there is a lot of paperwork we have to fill out if you have to deposit more than $10,000. Under the structuring laws, doing what the teller suggested is technically a crime. And so 3 years ago, Treasury agents showed up at the creamery with guns and badges. Sowers told them everything he could about his cash transactions, hoping to prove he wasn't hiding anything. But as soon as they heard he sometimes had more than $10,000 and didn't deposit all of it to stay under the reporting limits, they seized over $60,000 in his bank account. Out of fear of a jail sentence and a nearly $500,000 fine, Sowers settled, letting the IRS keep about $30,000 of his hard-earned money. But he doesn't think it's right. "I'm not going to do anything wrong, it's against my religion for one thing," he said, while inspecting his herd on his farm. In February, he took his fight to Capitol Hill, testifying in an open collar shirt and with a full beard. "We are just hard-working farmers, we don't have time to be criminals," he told lawmakers. Representative Charlie Renchel, DNY, and others on the House Ways and Means Committee agreed during the hearing that something was wrong with a law that made Sowers and others above-board transactions illegal. "That law to me is unconstitutional, unreasonable and stupid," Renchel said. Sowers' run-in with the IRS is just one of several cases that have come to light where the Fed seized an otherwise law-abiding business owner's cash for supposed structuring. IRS Commissioner John Koskinen has pledged they are changing their procedures, saying, "We're simply saying that we're not going to go after an asset seizure if there is no indication of illegal activity." But the change is not retroactive, leaving people like Sowers in the lurch. At least 2 congressmen on the Ways and Means Committee have taken up the case, writing letters to Treasury Secretary Jack Lew saying they believe Sowers should get his money back. Sowers says he's not optimistic, but will keep fighting. Leland Vitter currently serves as a FOX News Channel, FNC, correspondent based in Washington, D.C. and co-hosts America's News Headquarters D.C. on Saturday and Sunday. He joined the network in 2010. Subscribe for more news.